Hello, hello, hello! It's the final game of the day. Game 4. My dog's barking. I'm sorry for that. But it's going to be the really exciting game of Centella Prime going up against Team Royal Daggers. So,
What's the finals from last tournament? So, this game's going to be really good.
alright. Probably going to get into game soon. Just give me 1 second. Alright. Going to get into game shortly. Hopefully shortly. Just a little bit of memes going on currently. Can't talk about pick and ban when we're not in pick and ban. Just a little bit of technical issues going on right now. There we are. Got into pick and ban phase. Let's go. We got Centella Prime on the blue side, while we got the Daggers on the red side. So gonna be the Ivory ban. Rizzler. Yeah.
It was a pretty strong pick last game.
Was a pretty good pick. Darius being taken off the table as well. And Curcio been, and even the John. Probably expecting to see like expect to tell you, but gonna be off the table. I'm expecting like a Vi ban or something, just yeah, against 3-8.
Forcing him to a different lower tier jungler.
Usually just on those engage like crazy go in champs, but both of them are taken off the table, so gonna have to see what he defaults to. Orianna's still up, so you know, gonna be the first pick. I insta lock Thresh for Shoddy. I mean, does not care. And
Zach was left up too, so it's gonna be really
pretty hard last time we saw him, but this time around he's got his Zach, his signature pick, and it's gonna be the Nautilus locked in for 3-8. That's pretty IP. And Caitlyn first tier, probably expecting it. Rizzler, yeah, gonna lock in his Caitlyn, and Shock says real, or the Azir even. I don't want them to go Azir in this one. I think they need to take the game a little more seriously this time around.
Yeah, this is a pretty hard team, but I mean, on the side note though, if they do lose, they still have a chance because they'll be playing on the loser bracket.
But either team here, like they're gonna work off the momentum they got here. They're gonna go in the winners bracket, and of course, just get a free route to the finals, while the other one has to, you know, get their way back up. So,
babe, pop. Huh. So they're expecting that the Nautilus
is jungle. It could be probably a top laner, but it could also be a. And Syndra pinching the mid lane pool even more. And there goes the Lulu ban. Final ban this time around. I'm expecting probably another mid laner. They're in Curcio's pool a little bit. They've already got the safe comfort pick of Orianna, so.
Yeah, they could just keep punishing that mid lane, trying to get a better matchup.
Goes. Took away his Ori and banned his Syndra, and if you have vaults too, probably another control mage Rise is up there. Haven't seen a Rise in a long time, but could be the lock-in this time around.
Yeah, Rice could be pretty strong if used wisely, especially with the new Zag too.
Yeah, gonna be a Rise locked in here with the pool pinched.
See what to get their final to finish up their comp.
Need to get their jungler or top laner. Shen, probably gonna be the top laner here, Kaknefel.
And so it's not as a jungle Nautilus. Or maybe it can still be support Nautilus, and right here we have our jungler.
See, there is the Karma up, but a Warwick? And it's going to be, gonna be the Wukong actually locked in for 3-8.
Yeah.
Alongside the pool, he's got the 3 Wukong, Vi, and Jarvan, so gonna be that pick. And a good flex for the support Nautilus here.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to lock in mid laner. Oh wait, no, top laner, right? Excuse me. Olaf gonna be locked in for Incurcio. Pretty aggro. Have not seen little obscure solo laners this time around. I've got a little bit of a shout out in chat. Apparently Rise has the lowest win rate out of champions right now, so definitely something to keep in the back of your heads here. There's a good reason why we probably haven't seen him so much, but yeah, going to be the Rise locked in here, alongside the Olaf, who's more traditionally played as a jungler, even in the day with TSM, but gonna be locked in top lane for Incurcio here, so
It's gonna be very interesting. Very interesting indeed. I mean, this Olaf won't get stunned at all, or even taunted once he presses R. He's just gonna be able to run down the Caitlyn.
oh god, yeah, and the Orianna. Way. Pretty good pick. It fits Incurcio's sort of style, which him just going and crushing people nonsensically with a bruiser. So Olaf's kind of the definition of that character. Just running up, being able to slap you pretty hard with his axes, and being able to avoid all your CC. Especially if you have like a Janna or something, and you just watch him go through your tornado and your ult and all of your nonsense and just run past you, kill your ADC. It's always really something IP to look at.
Yeah, it's gonna be pretty brutal. I mean, there's not really that much they're gonna be able to do to stop Olaf from getting on top of Caitlyn or Rihanna. And not to mention, we last game we saw bloody nunchucks on Thresh. Now we're gonna see Shoddy Fly on Thresh.
And Nautilus, a lot more CC oriented, sort of a bruiser sort of support, but he does still have the hook, but more about those sustained long trades with the long ultimate with his E that goes a little bit of AoE and a lot of snares and stuns and even a hook to catch people out, so that's what Nautilus is looking for.
It's gonna be really good. It's gonna be really fun to watch.
Mm-hmm. On the other side of things, see how pinched Nautilus's pool got. His 3 main champions being taken away, 2 banned, and then 1 locked in first pick. So gonna have to see how he's gonna perform on the Rise. He is really a backbone of how Royal Daggers operates. So him on the Rise is a little bit of a corkscrew in the plans here, but
yeah, I mean, Rise damage could be really ridiculous, especially in team fights. I mean, most of Santella's group fight are like really low range, except the Caitlyn. Caitlyn's probably like the only champion that has high range, long range. I mean, they shouldn't be grouping up.
But we're gonna have to see. We saw Dawn who had a very good game last game, but as the bot lane is here, not so much. So Shock on his signature Ezreal is gonna have to step up if Rod wants a chance at this one.
Yeah, it's gonna be I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a rough laning phase for Israel, but I mean, Caitlyn's gonna punish him really hard. But that's probably the only punishment he's gonna get just from Caitlyn, because
Yeah.
I mean, he's gonna be able to dodge the Nautilus, or be at least playing safe enough where Nautilus shouldn't be landing any Qs on him.
I mean, it'd be a lot more dangerous. Like the combination of Caitlyn and a melee support isn't as dangerous as a Caitlyn or a Karma or a Lulu or something of the sort. So, not as punishing, I think, especially paired up with the Thresh to be more of a safe pick. But especially if Nautilus is able to land the hook onto the Ezreal, he's going to be in a lot of trouble because that can lead into a K trap, which is in the headshot, and then half your health is gone, and then a lot more damage comes through. So definitely have to keep an eye on that bot lane this time around.
It's gonna be interesting to see which deal item Caitlyn gets now that the Runat's Hurricane doesn't stack up her headshot passive.
Yeah,
I mean,
big nerf on that one actually.
yeah. So it might so most Caitlyn's right now have been going Static Shiv just to get that bonus damage, that AOE.
Yeah, look at the opening phase right here. Every single person rocking mastery in this stage. So
Yeah, everybody on
not wanting.
on on ah, just going mastery level 5. I mean mastery level 6 and 7, except on Olaf with mastery level 4.
Chill. It's definitely like giving respect to their opponents in this one. Not using just some weird pocket pick. Doing very comfortable picks. Very strong comps on both sides. Both have their clear defined win conditions. Control majors in the mid. You know, very meta comps we're coming out seeing it here. No Trundle jungle with Storm Raider Surge.
Yeah.
All right. Remember to put your hashtags in the chat. We got Centella Prime on that red side, and we've got, excuse me, we got Centella Prime on the blue side, while we have Royal Daggers on the red side.
It should be a very good game though. I mean, this was the final from last tournament, so both of these teams know each other.
Oh, unlucky Rubber Ducky. Sucks.
Yeah.
Alright, a little information coming through. Rinsler actually got called in by his work. So, pretty unlucky here. Hopefully, something's gonna happen. Gonna have to wait a little bit here. Here for Centella Prime. There, ADC gets called in for work. The major, one of the CC stronger than death, getting called in for work.
Yeah, it's just unlucky. But that's what those adult responsibilities kicking in.
Adult responsibilities, the strongest CCs to exist in the game of League of Legends. Turn to Twitch chat for a little bit. Rinsler probably does make bank.
Razor's a pretty strong member on the team. He's a very strong laner, very aggressive, gets really good leads. Not to mention, Bloody Nunchucks is really good too. To set up for Renser to start taking over the bot lane.
Pretty unlucky for now. Oh. Just a lot of flapping memes coming out in the chat. Nothing really too exciting so far. Raise your crepos in chat. And going to be just a little bit longer. Not sure if they're even going to continue with this game. If the ultimate CC is the one that prevails, then gonna have to see Centella leaving, maybe even delaying the game for a little bit, but we'll have to see. taking the L here would only put them into the losers bracket, so
Yeah, it wouldn't be.
not gonna be. Yeah.
It wouldn't be the best, because then. But I mean, Centella is a very strong team. I'm pretty sure even if they go through the loser bracket, we can see them going into the finals. Just a very strong team.
Game is going to resume. Looks like he escaped the ultimate CC. Going to get back into it. Hold his work to F off. I'm playing League of Legends. Getting into game here. Centella Prime versus the Royal Daggers.
It's gonna be a very great game. I'm expecting a lot of
Hello. Look at them lurking. They're gonna see Shoddy here. Oh! Bloody. Does he have Q? Yeah, he has Q.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
Oh!
Ooh.
He's gonna hit him! Shock. No, it's not gonna be no follow-up.
but they're just like no CC to follow up. They need the Shen taunt right afterwards to that, and then even then they would probably need the trap.
And Curcio wait for the Shen actually and just try to run him down level 1. Oh no. No exciting Olaf level 1 strategies, unfortunately. I know, back when Olaf top lane was meta, that was like a main complaint with him, where you could just have his axes level 1, just run you down with them and take you down and make a very sad snowball for himself.
Yeah.
Maybe a bot side start for both junglers here.
They're both starting bot side, so that means they should be ending up on the top side once they're done with clearing up their jungles. So maybe we can see a potential gank in the top side.
I see the Astro duo in the bot lane got the Pulsefire Caitlyn, excuse me, paired up with that. So that dynamic duo. Gonna miss that Q just barely.
I'll give out that shout out to Gary and his brother Willie.
Gary and Willie.
Trying to
Level 2's hit by the bot lanes.
trade by
Oh,
Olaf.
that's yeah.
That was
a
right there. I mean, Olaf just gets immensely just a lot of freaking lifesteal once he gets lowered down.
yeah. Alongside that attack speed buff, like he's just such a lethal champion to go up against early game. Like, if not the strongest early game brawler in the entire game.
Oh,
And look at him
that
here again. Maybe
Oh.
gonna kill Cacniffer, but no. Gonna
I
get
was
taken
just-
out by 3-8.
Yeah, it was just
Good game from
unfortunate.
him.
It was just unfortunate. His jungler should have known that they were gonna probably gank him up top lane. And the good thing is that Chris still has TP, so he can still TP back into lane. Not miss out too much farm.
Running that ghost, no flash in this lane, and blew it when he got the first kill, and gonna get taunted
the
on
guy-
again, gonna get followed up with the gank.
Oh
Cacniffer
my
goes
God.
very low,
He
gonna
gets
go
killed
down.
by-
The 3-8's still around. I'm thinking Curcio with the attack speed buff might even wanna go for another one.
Oh my
And
god.
oh, Caribou is here.
He gets the flash. And Curcio just showing why he's such a dominant top laner. He had a good game with Fiora, and now he's just having a really good game with Olaf right now.
And that the early game spikes, while Fiora is a much more late game focused bruiser. Olaf's a lot more on that early game where he can just crush people early. So really just putting to the lengths of his champion so far.
That was just
Doubling
very nice
technical
by
CS.
Curcio. I mean, right now Curcio has almost a double of the CS of Shen.
Hooks in from bot. Rinsler. Machu is gonna take some pain on to Gumby. But 3 hits here. Gonna dash on to Dawn. Gumby. Thunderlord's proc on. Mastery flashes in the bot lane. Ooh! Hook hit. On to Bloody. Nunchucks. Takes a tower hit, but Gumby is here. Gonna whack.
Dude, taking a lot of damage from both mid laners. They're both really low right now.
Taking the punishment from their junglers. But Macho still, he wants
the
this.
root. Oh.
Dawn's gonna flash in.
Dawn misses the Q. If he would have landed that Q, super close though.
For both mid laners. Both of them rocking the old school sort of flash ghost, so a lot more passive about roaming. The Ori and the Rise, so.
There's a question for one of the from Twitch chat saying, what do you guys think of Olaf top versus Olaf jungle?
In this current meta, I think top lane's a lot more dominated by tanks, but while we'd see a lot more bruisers in the jungle, that's why it's played in LCS, because it just sort of fits right now, while you can have the sustainy sort of CC oriented setup things, and that's usually what we see from the top lane, like the Shens, while you see the bruisers in the jungle. So I think jungle Olaf is a little bit better, but it is definitely a carry oriented top laner, but not to say it's bad, just not currently the meta right now.
I mean, yeah, you just need somebody to be able to split push, and like Olaf split pushing is pretty strong in the 1v1s, but his wave clear isn't the best without going through his mana pool, throwing those hammers over and over. This is probably one of the reasons they don't play him in the LCS and top lane.
Yeah, no. Yeah, another thing is what you always want your junglers to have strong early game impact, and as we touched on before, Olaf has very strong early game impact, and he just wants to get his lanes rolling rather than just be because if he gets taken down early top lane, he becomes a pick that does nothing the entire game. So another thing to touch on there.
Just the wave clear. But so far, it seemed to calm down right now. Both teams seems to be going a lot slower after that interaction in the top lane.
Definitely an interaction. Check out that CS numbers, just about double the CS. Shoddy taken pretty low by Rinsler. 3-8, pretty successful gank. Macho is here on the back half.
It gives his position away. But look at
Curcio.
That 3-8 was bot side, so he knows that it's perfectly safe for him to go steal the blue.
Yeah, it's pretty much the dream for Olaf. Mana cost pretty high, but once you get that blue buff and you can just fling axes like there's some sort of food, it's pretty scary.
Yeah, it's gonna be really nasty right now. Now that he has blue buff, he's gonna be able to run down the Shen. We even run him down if Shen is pushing in.
Pretty unlucky for Cacniffle on that Shen right here. Always having to push up against someone he's behind, which is really just makes you even more behind. So, oh, channeled in the mid.
Oh.
Shockwave hit. Nice by Gumby.
And that was really nice right there. The Shen ulti's saving Gumby though. One of the things too, like in top lane, like Olaf can't really stop like Shen, and like even if Olaf were to TP there, like what would Olaf do besides try to run people down?
Oh, TP coming in. Gumby's super low, below 100. And Curcio is here, gonna take
his ultimate.
Nautilus ult to the face. Gonna take the exhaust too, but gonna take the kill for himself.
Nice.
3 text on the chopping block with Rinsler. And Gumby gonna get flashed on by Macho. Wukong ult coming up. And Shock gonna pick up a double kill.
Curcio just
Zach gonna go down as well.
And Nick Harris is just freaking. Just such a dominant top laner again. Those TP bot side. I mean, cleans up 2 kills. So good.
Maybe would have liked it a little bit sooner to contest the fire drag. That went over, of course, to Centella. So a little unlucky there, but very good plays from Incursio on that top lane. And Cacniffle taking a little bit more damage.
Both top laners are recalling, trying to go back to their top lane. Cacniffle staying bot side.
You can see on the side of Centella, they have CS leads in the bot and mid lane, but it's relatively close. But while you look at the top lane, like look how far ahead Incursio is against Cacniffle in that lane. So just under. Oh, Shockwave in the mid. Dawn gonna flash in, pick up a solo kill outplay. Less balanced channel. Gonna take a tower hit, but
dang, what
don't like it's gonna matter.
Like gonna be their flash. Flashes the Zac engage, and then after that, it would have finished off the Rise, and then after that, Zac is just left alone. Can't do nothing against Orianna. There doesn't have the damage to finish her off, and so all Zac can really just walk off. Nicely played though.
Yeah, Orianna being able to bully out pretty hard. Macho taking a lot of damage here. Gumby looking like it's gonna die, but not before getting a double knockup. Flash play coming in. Shock's gonna pick up a kill on a Gumby. That's the Wukong ult channeled onto Shock, and he goes down. Donalicious comes in with the ultimate.
Donalicious is not showing up as comfortable on Rise as his other champions that he has played.
I think it also has to play a part that Rise isn't about that early game. He's very much about scaling, about that tier, and going up against someone that rushes Morelos is just getting dumpstered pretty hard early. So
it's one of the unlucky picks, I guess. But I mean, the game is still super close. Just that it doesn't look like Don is having a great time right now as Rise.
yeah, gold lead swung just a little bit. We saw Royal Daggers about just under a K up, but now it's actually tides are turned, and Centella's actually 1K up currently, and Brinsler gonna go down.
That was unfortunate. Zac throws the Q and Shoddy just flays her back out of the Q range. Just unlucky, but I mean they still get the kill.
Curcio gonna dive onto Cacniffle here and gonna take him out. Gonna be met with 3-8. He's gonna go down just barely. Pretty successful dive there. Look at that CS numbers doubling Cacniffle's
Oh my god, the
CS.
Orianna damage.
Whoa, that final auto attack's gonna take him down. Shoddy's next on the chopping block. Gonna be the double let's bounce under tower. He's gonna hit up on Gumby, but Shoddy's gonna go down. Oh, it's channeled. Gonna dodge it out.
Leaves Don's all by himself. Oh, Don's
Holy moly. Gumby.
it's not looking too great right now for Team Real Daggers.
Gumby just when he gets a lead and his opponent shows a little bit. Oh! Dodging the assault just barely. Gumby just shine on this one. Had a not so great game on Vlad, but now locked in the Orianna, and he's just going to destroy kids this game. Been a part of 9 of the team's 11 kills.
Just Gumby just looking really comfortable on Orianna. I mean, it's not the best champion for Don. Because Don, I don't know. I feel like Don right now doesn't feel as comfortable. Maybe he's not used to playing Rise. He hasn't, or maybe he hasn't played this matchup as well. But Gumby just showing, like, he knows this matchup, but he's just playing it very well.
Yeah, we're usually used to seeing Dawn on his Anivia, the Oriana even, or the Syndra, and all three banned or picked away, so pretty unlucky. But Gumby gonna get hit up by Shoddy here. Macho Caribou along with Shock. A lot of damage coming back, and Shock's gonna have to flash out. Holy
Can't even
moly.
Be there.
Caribou gonna get his passive procced, and double TP's coming in here, but Scintilla does have a lot of members in this one. And Cursio's not even gonna be able to finish off Gumby.
Just auto, because he was just running right in for. Oh, and Shock's getting that Q.
Pick up some Shock on the back end.
Yeah, I feel like
another Fire Drake.
it just looked like Incursio was in auto range. I don't know if he canceled it or if he just wasn't, or they were just moving and it just wasn't activating. And a second Fire Drake going over.
That's looking very scary, especially against an Oriana and a Caitlyn. People with already so much damage. Bloody gonna jump onto Dawn, dies almost instantly. Nautilus all channeled.
Oh.
And that's gonna be Bloody, maybe going down. Let's bounce canceled actually with 3-8.
3-8.
No damage! But Fresh Hook is going to finish off 3-8.
Yeah, that was pretty close. It looked like 3-8 was gonna get out right there. This game living up to what it was, what I said it was gonna be. This looks like a really good game. Oriana got a really big lead, but it looks like Royal Daggers are still able to fight and they're still able to come back.
Yeah, the first pick, Oriana, being able to pay off super hard for Scintilla. Definitely in a rematch situation if there is one. Probably gonna look to get priority off of both mid laners because they both roll with what they have, especially if it's an Oriana pick, which is pick that is super strong.
Yeah, Oriana's a really strong mid lane pick right now. It scales really good into late game. It's a nice safe lane during the early stages of a laning phase, and then can take a game over in mid game. Just a very nice champion. Very nice and safe. Ooh, let's see if Don just gets out and he gets out.
Ooh, good ult from him. And Curcio is here. Gonna try to run down the Caitlyn. Or not.
Just had to back off out.
Got it.
In which Rune on Hurricane, like I said earlier, doesn't proc the headshot to get your headshot passive a lot faster. We damage the team.
Gumby's here. Gumby gonna get shockwaved on the Shock and Shoddy. Cool. Getting over on.
Right there to try to force them to stay under tower aggro, but it just wasn't enough.
Ooh, a missed taunt stun, but it doesn't look like it's gonna matter. Donalicious has to pop his all channel red smite onto Dawn, but he just ghosts out of it.
And Cursor just trying to run down the Caitlyn, and right there the center just heavy through. Saving Caitlyn. Run down.
Ooh, unlucky. Ace in the hole is gonna take him down.
Yeah, this is one of the bad things about playing Olaf top. It's like it doesn't provide as much as another traditional top laner could, but most likely can. Like Shen. Like Shen was losing early on in the top lane matchup, but his ultimates have brought him back into the game.
Yeah.
And also helped snowball this team get ahead.
Yeah. I'd say, ooh, my god. Shockwave on a Dawn and he goes down. I want to say, Olaf Top's a bit of a win war card. He's not fit, doesn't look very good when his team's behind, but when his team's ahead, he just rampages over the enemy team. And if you see him from behind, he's definitely not having as good a game as we've seen prior. Just in laning phase.
It's just one of those things where Olaf Top could work out. It's a lot harder to work out than, let's say, playing like Galio Top. Play Galio Top. I mean, you provide so much more for your team than you do as Olaf. Because with Olaf, you're forced to dive the back line and try to kill them. But if you play something like Galio top lane, you can just protect your team.
You have the peeling option, you have the going in option, just a all-around solid, stable pick. Just 7k up here for Centella Prime, proving why they're the Prime team and not the Creed team.
With your yeah, this team is really strong. Like their laners are really strong. Their bot lane, their mid lane is really strong, and then their macro play is pretty good too. They send top lane, they send their bot lane to top lane to get top tower. Then they're forcing their other laners to push other towers, and they're just forcing the enemy team to be in these really bad situations.
Pretty good. Shen also a very stable pick in that sense, where he can, how far behind he was in the beginning of this game, getting killed twice in laning phase, but now built his Sunfire cape, even just jumping onto the Olaf, and Olaf can't do anything about it now. Just stay in the game for this much.
Man, just the utility and the kit of Shen is just so overall just really good for top lane. You provide good utility. You got some good CC. You can help out your team across the map. Just very nice champion for top lane.
Channeled, and that's already going down. Double kill. That's gonna be already going down. Let's bounce hits 4 people. He's gonna proc his acid.
That was such a nice let's bounce.
Rinsler picks up a rampage on that one. Cacniffle shocked the only Royal Daggers.
Yeah, that was such a nice ultimate by Zac. It just
unlucky.
Yeah, just unlucky that Royal Daggers right now is just too far behind to be able to capitalize on it.
Surrender vote for red team failed 1-4.
Yeah.
So not feeling it, Mr. Krabs, for this one as bot lane and Hib goes down.
Just unlucky. But I mean, this game isn't over. I mean, Royal Daggers is all they have to do is just farm it out. Let Israel start scaling, and then once they start scaling, gain some more items, they'll be able to team fight. They'll be able to shred through this Shen and Wukong and be able to kite them out.
It is a bit of a liability. Ooh, Gumby gonna get hopped on. Could flash out from the hook, but
Nice.
slapped on. Gonna get jumped on. And Curcio actually picks up a kill on the Gumby there. Good pick up from the Royal Daggers. Wanting more. One under Cacniffle under mid tower. Curcio picks up a double there. Not grouping up when you should be. Rinsler finds Curcio. I know Auto went down a little bit. Facing the whole channel, Shock's gonna take that one to the face.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. The Royal Daggers aren't out yet. They still got this.
Oof.
They just gotta play this nice and slow. Play this nice and slow, and they'll win this. I mean, Caitlyn and Oriana's skill really gets you into late game, but if Royal Daggers can get a nice pick, or even a nice fight where Olaf is able to just run them down, kill them all, it should be pretty easy win for Royal Daggers.
We'll have to see on this one. Incurcio finds a hook on a Rinsler, but lot of CC coming through Bloody Nunchucks, and Flash Wukong ulti onto Incurcio, gets taken down by the slap from the Wukong. Cacniffle TP's in, gets a stun onto Macho, and that's a 3-for-0. Shock gonna have to flash out, gets flashed on by Rinsler, and taken down, executed. Don has to TP into his base, and that's the first Nexus Tower going down. And looking like the second Nexus Tower going down as well. Pretty clean, and here coming out from Centella Prime, proving why they are the Prime. 3 fire streaks, ending the game at 26 minutes.
Yeah, they just had a very strong showing
played.
to end this match. I mean, Royal Daggers came pretty close, but they just need to start. They need to train a little bit more and get just way out of control. And then Curcio had a really nice lead earlier on, but he couldn't get it to snowball.
Yeah, with the deficit that the Rives had. Look at that Oriana damage. Very, very well played from Gumby in this one. We're going to start the games up tomorrow. Going to be at 4 p.m. tomorrow. So we'll catch you guys then. Have a wonderful night, and see you guys tomorrow.